Hello friends, welcome to next lecture of servlet life cycle. In previous life cycle video part 1, and this is the part 2. In previous part 1 I will tell you what is servlet context and servlet config. There are some scopes, public and private scopes. All those things I will tell you. And here is in servlet mapping. In here creating two servlet A and servlet B. Servlet creating here is servlet A, here servlet B, and here servlet is A. There are two servlet, and what actually mapping in our case. Here you are using URL pattern, you can map through, because all those things in work through mapping. At this mapping it reflect into your browser. How to do that? By using a servlet, writing some URL. Here I am writing because here I was writing some mapping by using localhost, hello world, and at the time of this mapping, how to create servlet. When create servlet object for A, here name is A. When create object A, what time, which request come through the browser at that time, creating the object for servlet A. There are two ways. In previous tutorial I will tell you, by using load on startup and at the time of submitting data in form. At the time of hitting that request, it will be create object, or at the time of your server starting. There are two ways. Here I am using one way, by using load on startup. By using that, you are putting in servlet A behind that load on startup this way, and at the time of your server starting, that time it will be object created. But here thing is, at the time of hitting this request into the browser, it will be create another object, or it will use same object, because it will be create another object. It will be more data in your servlet container. Here your servlet container create only one object, because this is a singleton object. But here this is singleton object, but class is not singleton. There is one important thing. This is in that scenario, your class is not a singleton, but your object is singleton. At each and every request, if already object it will be present, it will be not create another object. By using same object, it will be continue your work. And second URL pattern is auto, because your mapping for B servlet is auto. In all cases, it will be work as create only one object. It is the singleton. And here main things is your servlet lifecycle. There are three lifecycle methods in your case. Here writing init, service, and desktop. Inside init method present servlet config. Inside service method present service request and servlet response here. And destroy method. There are three methods present in servlet lifecycle. This is the more important method in your servlet lifecycle. Here I am writing already example, because my video was so longer. Here, by using servlet config, you can get parameter. How to get that particular servlet config, because by using what is servlet config. Firstly, you tell me what is servlet config and what is servlet config, because previous video I will tell you what is servlet config and servlet context. Here servlet config is public resource or private resource. What is servlet config? Servlet config is a private resource, because it is available for only that particular servlet, not all. Here how to get that particular servlet data, by using your reference name, by using sc.getInit parameter and pass your name. Here which name you want to pass, because their XML structure work on key, value pair working. key. By using key you can get that particular value. Here in here get independent parameter for the servlet. Here get init parameter means where that param name and param value. By using that name you can get your value. What is the actual value you can get? Here in output it will become Adu. Behind that service method. Service method is same like your previous tutorial. I will tell you by implementing servlet what kind of method you want to mandatory to implement in that method. Service init, destroy, get servlet info, get servlet config. There are 5 methods present, but how to get that data also I will tell you. By using request.get parameter, here is one form data. By using input text, here is text. There are 2 text fields, but I am getting only one text field data. Get init parameter. Then by username it will become to that particular variable. And another way is here how to send response, because there are 2 parameters, request and response. How to send response by using set content type. Here you can send text data, HTML data, your PDF file, your audio, video, whatever you want, you can send through your browser. By using print writer, you can write that object and get that object by using println method. Here another way is you can send your data in the form of view also. Inside out.println you can write HTML code also. It is possible in out.println, because at the time response you not sure your data in which format you can send into the browser. By using simple text you can send, but at large application you want to send those data in one page to another page. This process you can done it also here. And where then you can you want to send save data into database by using database, whatever database you can use using MySQL or whatever you want. You can send data in your database and get response also in that particular database by using connection. You can create connection, driver your register class on driver, and then create the connection for your database, passing URL, username, here statement, prepare statement also. In that way you can do it. In next lecture I will tell you how to send data into the database and how to retrieve it also. But in that lecture only I will tell you what is life cycle. This is the service method, init method, this service method, and last one is destroy method. Destroy method when used when performing your some cleanup activity, because when creating connection you want to close your connection. You need to close your connection, because there is one thing in Java, a garbage collector. Garbage collector perform cleanup activity, but this cleanup activity perform only for the object but not for resources. There is a you are using resources, because you can use here using resources. That's why garbage collector not responsible to close your connection. But in here case you can close it. You can shut down your JVM and restart your JVM. It will be destroyed also. But here is not those cases. This is service destroy and init method. This is the 3 method is in your servlet life cycle. But when it will that method when it will be called. Init method when called, in which time? Init method called at the time of object creation. Service method called at the time of user submitting data, performing some action. And destroy method when called, what time called? At the time of server, at the time server you want to shut down your server, at the time your destroy method it will be called. This is the your servlet life cycle. In next lecture I will tell you in practical